One of the charges made against these, government economists, not all of whom, let's be clear, it's the Treasury that's been attacked for this, but actually these economists are from a whole range of departments, the government's economic service.
Exactly.
Just to be clear, one of the attacks on them is that they're plainly biased, and that's why the Office of Budget Responsibility was set up. I mean, the truth is that it was set up because people didn't trust politicians, not because they didn't trust civil servants.
Exactly right. I mean, if you take a civil servant and you were to cut them in half, and let's be honest, there's a lot of people, MPs out there who would love to do this, you would get, it's like a stick of rock, you'd see the honesty, objectivity, integrity and partiality. That's the point, we look at the evidence and we go where it is. Now, of course, if you're selling snake oil, you don't like the idea of experts and testing your product. And I think that's what we've got. This backlash against evidence and experts is because they know where the experts will go.
I mean, Lord Turnbull, who's actually your immediate predecessor, I think, as head of the Civil Service and Cabinet Secretary, has said today in The Observer that he sees this attack on the civil service as somewhat redolent of what the Nazis did in the 1930s.
Well, it's funny, isn't it, that sometimes you get these attacks because they just don't like the message. I think that's what it is. I mean, if you look back, Treasury economists on the euro said we think actually joining the euro is a really bad idea. They did lots of analysis like that. We didn't hear people then stopping up saying, well, that's terrible, they're biased. Actually, they were just telling the evidence as it is, and I think history has borne out that that was a very accurate prediction.
And just to be clear, what you're not arguing is, of course, that these numbers are telling the 100% factual truth of what is going to happen. You're just saying they're being made in good faith, and therefore they should be treated by ministers in good faith. Precisely.
These things are based on models. They're subject to uncertainties. I mean, it reminds me of when President Johnson, it was alleged that he asked, what's the impact on revenue of this tax change? And the officials came back and said, well, there's quite a wide range in all of this. And he said, ranges are for cattle, give me a number. And that's part of the problem, really, that people are looking for certainty. What these models tell us and what people should come away from it, I haven't seen this paper, is that basically, on balance, it looks like all of these options leave us to some degree worse off than we would be if we weren't leaving Brexit, the EU.